Well, this is James Com. Welcome you all back for another half-ass production. Down here on West Street. I'm gonna run into the Pace Gallery. Well, no, are you sure? No photography. Well, this is where I switch over to the spy cam. And I wanted to sneak in and get some views of this Elizabeth Murray show. I think this is the first show that they've had of her work since she passed away in 2007. And I think it's probably a very important and timely show. Now, this is not set up chronologically, so I'm just going to come in and sort of walk through the gallery and the way they've got it laid out. I like these early pieces. These are kind of some dark paintings of goblets, but she just came out of totally painting abstract, and so I think that was a big step. This is a wonderful painting. This is probably the capstone of the show and represents the work that she eventually got to at the end of the 70s. But you know, again, it's the goblets, the same ones as the preceding paintings, but you can see what she's gone to here. She's fragmented the canvas, she's bumped up her colors. One of the reasons I love Elizabeth Murray was that she just had the most sensual and luscious surfaces and beautiful palettes. This is another interesting painting. This really shows how she was working on the shape canvases. This almost has this sense of a crest or some kind of heraldry. I think this is one of the first paintings that I saw of hers. I think that was in the 1979 Whitney Biennial, and I think that was maybe the first time that I saw her work, and it still sticks in my mind 30 some odd years later. This is another nice piece. We'll get up and take a closer look, but you can see how she's using these flat planes, but she always kept an eye out towards the line, that purple line that comes down to that red scroll is kind of nice. And she was exploring the shaped canvas, the broken forms. It's a lot of the qualities of the paint that you just can't get on video. That stripe going across the green form is actually a dark kind of purplish blue. I think this maybe is the largest piece in the show. And you can see that she's coming out of the influence of painters like Bryce Martin and Robert Mangold, some of the very minimal type painters, but she's added in her kind of goofy forms. It's like a big bean and a little knot of red rope on there. I think this is probably a good example of some of the formalism that she was working with before she went back to the figurative stuff. This back gallery is actually where they have the early work. Now this is great because it really gives you a chance to see her ideas and how she cooked through them in about a 4 or 5 year period. Beautiful, simple geometric forms, but she's always using her luscious grounds. It's almost something like a Milton Resnick would paint. Now this series you get a chance to see her using just line on a ground, but you know, she is so sensual that her yellow grounds have got shades of green and red going through them. Well, these two little paintings here, you could see those in a Bushwick gallery today and you would think that they were painted yesterday. I like this, the inflated circle sort of pushing up against the edges. This is one of the more, can I say, unusual, maybe hardest painting in the show. She was really working on some things. I don't know whether she got there. Now this is great. She gets a chance to sort of show off her formalist experiments. She got her ladder. Got another ladder form with analogous palette. This is a nice little painting too. It's very simple, white with pink lines, but you can see even something that simple and that austere, she's still getting that luscious surface. These are a couple of beautiful little paintings too. Made me think of a couple of palm fronds. This kind of made me think of some of the new image painters that were popular at the time. But even this, you see her palette, that's not just a straight blue or a straight pink. She's mixed in a lot of grays and toned things down. This is a great example of her use of formalism. She's got these tiny little blips of color in the corner, but they seem to really affect the entire painting. I like that. Great color. This is another wonderful painting. These blues are so rich and there's such a buildup of paint there that it's just lovely. I think this is probably a wonderful example of her mature work. She's got the rectangle set on an angle. Oh. Her goofy bean forms. Uh-oh, turn off your camera. Okay, well, we made it. So that was Elizabeth Murray painting in the 70s at the Pace Gallery. And thank you, Kate.